HarperCollins presents Moonchild, City of the Sun by Aisha Bushby, read by Lara Sawalha. Moonchild, City of the Sun by Aisha Bushby, illustrated by Rachel Dean. The Three Moonchildren, the Stormbird and the Curse. It is said to have happened some moons ago that three children and their jinn went on a perilous voyage in search of a cursed city covered entirely in brass. The trees were covered in brass, as were the houses, and the palace that stood tall in the middle of the island. And perhaps the most peculiar thing of all, the people were covered in brass too. The city was called Al-Hitan, and it was not easy to find. It required stealth, cleverness and a dash of danger, because it stood in the depths of the ocean, on the back of a singing whale, a whale that rose only during the blood moon. Why, you ask? Why would three children and their jinn take such a journey? Well, I'll tell you. But first, it might be an idea to tell you a little bit about jinn. For those who might not know, and I'll make allowances, even though you should know by now, jinn exist at the very edges of our realm. They exist in a place most people don't think to look, the place where we hold our emotions. Children who welcome the jinn, who can name them as a companion, have access to this realm, and they call themselves Moonchildren. Moonchildren, as the name might suggest, gather their magic from the moon, with their jinn acting as a vessel. Like the tides, the Moonchildren are guided by the moon, led by her, and together they share a bond that can't be broken. But be warned, because not all jinn are paired to a human, and those who aren't exist in our world a little differently. Now that I've cleared that up, let us continue with our story. The three Moonchildren and their jinn went in search of Al-Hitan in order to defeat a monstrous storm bird wreaking havoc upon the Sahar Peninsula. It crushed ships like they were nothing but wooden figurines, ate away at the land by the sea, and forced the people who lived there to hide in their homes to escape. Where did it come from, you ask next? Well, I'll tell you, but think carefully. I'll only answer 3 of your questions, and you have just 1 left. The Stormbird was born from the rage, grief, hatred, and sadness in the world. All of the emotions hidden by every person in every place for all of time. Emotions locked away for 1,000 years, now released into the world. Is your last question, will it come back? If not, it should be. Though I'm not sure you'll be pleased to hear that the answer is no. The 3 Moonchildren and their jinn banished the Stormbird inside 8 bottles made of brass, and those same bottles now lie at the horizon, unreachable. But emotions are fickle things, and they have a way of creeping up on us when we least expect them. I can't promise that the danger is over just yet. In fact, it has only just begun. I shall say no more of the Stormbird, because that was Amira's story, and that isn't the story I have planned to tell you. I am here now to tell Farah's story. Farah, who left home and was forced into no fewer than 3 accidental adventures in her 12 years of life. Farah, who has a small lizard jinni. Farah, who is curious to a fault. It's her curiosity that drives this story, just as Amira's anger drove hers. But you'll find out more about that soon enough. We all have stories, you see. The person whose path you crossed as you walked down the road, your relatives, who may be older than you but not necessarily wiser. And, most importantly, you. You have your own story, your own adventure. You might know it already, or you might not. You might be able to fill the page.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?